Ah, Superintendent Chalmers. Come in, come in, come in. I was just about to tuck into a sumptuous feast fit for an emperor. He who controls the spice, controls the universe, you know?
Skinner, you never cease to amaze me with your culinary prowess. But I must admit, I'm a bit peckish myself.
Well then, let me offer you a little something to wet your whistle. He who controls the drink, controls the conversation.
Thank you, Skinner. I'd be delighted.
Now, let me show you the piece de resistance. He who controls the dish, controls the meal. This is a delectable American fried rice with a secret ingredient that'll make your taste buds dance.
So, do tell. He who knows the secret ingredient knows the recipe.
Well, I wouldn't want to spoil the surprise, but let's just say it's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a dash of something special.
But I'll admit, I'm eager to find out what this little elf shot of flavor is.
You'll have to wait and see, Chalmers. But I promise you, it'll be worth it.
Well, I can hardly wait. He who waits for the perfect meal waits for the perfect moment.
Indeed, indeed. Now let's sit down and enjoy this universe-controlling feast. Oh, for the love of alligator, god of agriculture, spring, and renewal. My American fried rice is burnt to a crisp. He who controls the heat, controls the dish.
The moment passes as Skinner ponders.
Well, he who controls the spice, controls the universe. I'll salvage this meal. I'll make it so delicious it'll taste like nothing's ever gone wrong.
Skinner starts brainstorming.
Or perhaps a sprinkle of nutmeg. He who controls the spice controls the aroma.
Skinner continues to think.
Or maybe a pinch of saffron. He who controls the spice controls the hue. This could still be a universe-controlling feast.
Skinner starts to work on the dish.
He who takes a chance controls the outcome. Alas, my American fried rice, once a feast fit for an emperor, now reduced to ashes, scorched by the very flames I sought to tame. He who controls the heat, controls the dish. But fear not, for I shall seize control of this universe once more.
Pauses, looking out the window. Behold, the Ipo White coffee shop, a beacon of hope in this culinary catastrophe. He who controls the spice, controls the universe. I shall scale the heights and plumb the depths to bring forth this new dish. Determined. He who climbs the walls, controls the ascent. I shall don my cloak and climb out this window like a cat on the prowl. He who walks the rooftops, controls the city. I shall traverse the rooftops like a phantom in the night. Confident. He who knocks on the door controls the encounter. I shall knock on the door of the coffee shop like a king demanding his rightful prize. He who pays the price controls the goods. I shall pay the price and bring forth the Ipo White coffee to replace the lost American fried rice. Depressed. But alas, my dear friends, this is no substitute for the dish I burned. He who seeks a replacement seeks a lesser prize. Ipo White coffee, thou art but a pale imitation of the feast I intended. Yet, we must make do, and savor the flavors we have, for he who eats the food controls the moment. Angry. By the gods of the kitchen, I am ashamed. I, Seymour Skinner, have failed my guests and myself. He who controls the kitchen controls the feast. I shall prepare this Ipo white coffee with all the skill and finesse I can muster, and present it to you, my friends, as a humble offering. He who serves the food controls the meal. I shall serve this Ipo white coffee, and we shall raise a toast to second chances and the power of the spice that controls the universe.
Chalmers, my dear friend. I've been toiling away in the kitchen trying to create a dish worthy of our taste buds.
Indeed, Skinner. What have you been working on?
I've been attempting to recreate an American fried rice. He who controls the rice controls the dish.
Oh, I see. I always wondered about the origins of that dish. He who knows the origins knows the history.
Well, it's a dish with roots in Chinese cuisine, but it's been adapted and changed over time. He who adapts the dish controls the flavor.
Fascinating. I didn't know that. He who learns something new controls the mind.
Yes, and it's all about the spices. He who controls the spice controls the universe.
Yes. I remember that from our last conversation. But what about the Ipo white coffee you mentioned earlier?
Yes. Ipo white coffee. He who knows the coffee knows the beverage. Yeah, it's a delicious beverage from Malaysia with a unique flavor that's hard to describe.
I'd love to try it someday. He who tastes the coffee controls the experience.
I'll make sure to bring some back from my next trip. He who brings the coffee controls the hospitality.
Thank you, Skinner. I appreciate your thoughtfulness.
It's the least I can do for my dear friend. He who values friendship controls the bond. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the piece de resistance. Ipo white coffee.
Skinner, I must say I'm quite pleased with this turn of events. He who controls the drink controls the conversation.
Well, it seems the universe had other plans for tonight's meal. He who controls the spice controls the fate.
Indeed, Skinner. But I can't help but wonder, what caused the change of plans?
Well, it was a simple matter of miscalculation. He who measures the spice controls the mistake.
Oh, Skinner, I see. I must say I'm still delighted with the outcome. He who appreciates the drink controls the joy.
Chalmers, take a look at this.
Skinner, is that a fire in the kitchen?
No, it's just a pet alligator.
Pet alligator.
In the kitchen, how could that happen?
And well, you know, he who controls the spice controls the universe. Sometimes things just need a little bit of a zest.
Skinner, I'm afraid a pet alligator in the kitchen doesn't quite fit into the he who controls the spice controls the universe theme. He who controls the fire controls the danger.
I suppose you're right, Chalmers. I'll take care of it.
I hope everything is okay, Skinner. He who controls the crisis controls the outcome.
Chalmers, it seems my culinary prowess has failed me today.
Indeed, Skinner. I must admit, I'm quite disappointed with what I was told was American fried rice.
I assure you, Chalmers, it was nothing more than a pet alligator. He who controls the pet controls the chaos.
A pet alligator, Skinner, in the kitchen? I find that hard to believe.
Believe it or not, Chalmers, he who controls the spice controls the truth.
Well, Skinner, I suppose I'll take your word for it. He who trusts the friend controls the bond.
Thank you, Chalmers. I appreciate your understanding. He who values friendship controls the heart.
Goodbye, Skinner. I'll see you another day.
Goodbye, Chalmers. He who controls the goodbyes controls the farewell.